Ah, seus loucos, sejam bem-vindos, to players. Pois hoje foi um dia muito trabalhoso, nossa. Demais hoje. Hoje foi demais. Ontem já também trabalhei um monte, hoje foi daquele jeito. Nossa, hoje foi tenso. Vamos lá. Dia tenso hoje. Só quero relaxar a cabeça. Vamos lá. O que eu tenho que fazer? Eu peguei a Defendo, peguei a outra lá que eu esqueci o nome. Talvez vai aparecer. Ai, pegue a bombarda. Pegue a... Eu já peguei, pelo menos. Provavelmente tem que fazer todas as aqui, né? Flipendo. Preciso de um pote maior. Como é que eu pego um pote maior? Nossa, aqui falta só mais essa de fenda aqui. Flipendo. Baixei.
Revelio.
Wait. Eu sento. Sentado no chão.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
LiHogwarts and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. LiHogwarts knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with LiHogwarts directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Nossa, poção grande pra caralho. Mas tudo bem.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can
Não pode jogar
convince
nenhum
Black to
Quidditch,
change his mind.
nenhuma vez, cara.
Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
I'll see you then.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Ah, não tem Felipe, não tem nada.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student...
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
When I witnessed what passes for magic in these halls, I...
Headmaster? Here, what could he want?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Professor, a word? Professor
Nossa
Black,
senhora!
again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened
porra é essa,
season.
gente?
It would be
Bugou a
better
cara
than
dela.
none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
go. It's the headmaster, and he's coming this way.
I wonder almost daily why...
Professor, a word, please.
Meu Deus, tá bugando todas as coisas, gente. Cara da mulher.
Hello, Professor Blunt.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
And now I'm telling you that you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Puta que pariu.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful.
Toujours pour.
Very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle. Aloha Mora.
Alô, Ramora.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Sei lá onde que
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin.
I can't. And I'll not say a word more.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Revelio. What the fuck? Ué, não tinha que tomar outra poção pra ficar com a cara do personagem, não? Né?
Revelio. Revelio.
Bora. Meu Deus, filho. Ah, puta que pariu, isso, né?
Revelio. gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure.
Achei que era algo vivo. Algo vivo.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
Fala, Mito, beleza? Tranquilo. Tá porra. Belezinha.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor
Got to
Fig's
see
quick
you.
thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
Terceiro desafio.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal.
Terceiro desafio. Vamos para o terceiro desafio. Estamos aí próximo de acabar o jogo. É, terceiro desafio, quarto desafio, acabou. Hoje tá triste, tô cansado, hein? Nossa senhora, tinha que dar uma relaxada na cabeça.
Where am I?
Tá porra!
Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Niamh. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem.
Tá
You must
porra!
move swiftly and
Nossa, lembrei
cautiously.
um jogo que eu joguei, não lembro qual jogo
Use
foi.
the tools
Betrayal,
you
acho que é.
encounter to find this
Que era-
place as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Porra! Chama. Dead Shadow.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. I'm coming, Niamh. I need to time this just right.
Quase que me viu. Eu tô invisível, tecnicamente. Tô invisível.
I see a staircase straight ahead.
What? A morte. A muerte. Porra, é essa?
How could this happen?
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Bora, né? Chega. Nossa, quanto bicho.
I'd best move while I can. Niamh must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Onde eu vou? Eu vou ter que passar reto aqui, ó. Passo reto aqui, curvo lá por trás, ó.
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Nossa, ele nem me viu, gente. Tinha passado já. Já tinha passado.
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Niamh be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Essas mortes são muito estranhas, né? Mãozinho.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward.
Como é que eu vou entrar ali?
Now's my chance. That's the way forward. Be? I think I'm invisible.
É o Mistério Clock. Agora eu posso andar livremente?
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Agora eu tô invisível! Tô invisível!
Finally free. Now where are you, Niamh?
Tô invisível! Tô invisível!
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Agora não posso me esconder.
I've never felt such power. Bombada!
Tô preso. Sou um mega duelista. Cara. Bombarda.
Revelio.
Caralho, essa varinha é poderosa, hein? Será que eu vou ficar com essa varinha, com essa capa? Vou gostar se eu ficar. Ah, tem meu poder aqui. Não tivesse. Pensei que não tivesse mais. Bombarda. Ixi, a morte, vou enfrentar a morte.
Repulsor. Bombarda.
Haha, você achou que eu ia morrer, morte? Ai.
Defender. Descender. Bombarder. Protego. Bombarder. Descender. Defender. Protego. Stupefy. Bombarder. Descender. Bombarder. Defender.
Ai!
Protego. Stupefy. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Descender. Defender. Protego. Bombarder. Repulsor. Descender. Defender. Repulsor. Descender. Defender.
Ah, vem, morte. Cai dentro. Não aguenta esse peida. Tem um monte de papel ali, cara. Aqui, ó. Cara, se eu ficar com essa varinha, fico show de bola, hein? Tô na geral. Só no bombarda. Bombarda é forte. Não sei se é forte ou se é essa, com essa varinha. Um buff. Forte, bombarda. Caralho. Pum!
Simple stone. This must be for me.
Não é pra ficar fazendo um monte de bolinha jogando pelos papel pelos cantos, não. Deixa ela brincar. Passei no desafio.
You are far from finished.
I can't believe she's dead.
Dear sweet Niamh.
We won't be the same without her.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Esse aí não, esse aí só. Só esse aí.
But there's no light without shadow,
Para
as
de
there
fazer
is no
bolinha.
shadow
Eu tenho um
without
monte de
light.
bolinha. Cadê as bolinhas que eu deixei que pode
Simply
fazer aí?
because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Até a cabeça ainda.
Remember that as you witness my memory.
Meu óculos sumiu. Deixa eu brincar, hein? Deixa eu brincar.
Isidora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isidora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Only imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
Joga no chão. Daquela ela perde.
What are you doing? Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isidora. This must stop. All of it.
Ficou louca, Isidora.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Isidora pirou, gente. Pirou. Pirou pirando. Ela pirou pirando mesmo assim, de um jeito muito louco. É pro último desafio.
Revelio.
Como é que tu entra nos vídeos dele? Nossa, tem umas caindo na frente.
Is it true?
Tinha caído ali.
Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But
nossa, a cara do meu cara.
so...
Ficou bugada a cara do meu.
You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed.
Tá todo mundo
Was
bugado, só o
Isidora
personagem.
inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isidora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic
Quando eu
she
começou a
extracted
aparecer, ela
in
já
goblin
que
silver.
ela vai ser prometida final.
Repositories.
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isidora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would.